We're going to start with adding photos now. We want to add some images that support our ideas of what we want to communicate about ourselves. So we're going to go ahead and hit add, and we're going to add a photo. And you can add your own photo if you have something in your downloads in your Chromebooks. You can also use your Google Drive. But first, I'm going to show you how to find some free photos. So you have two different options. You have Pixabay and Unsplash, and I believe Unsplash is the one that works better. If you are searching and you're getting all these X's that are coming up, go over here to that right-hand side and switch it so that you make sure that of what you're getting. So I really like to be outside and go on walks. So I'm going to put nature path. I'm not putting shoes because I like to go on walks. I'm putting nature path because that's kind of like what I want to represent that. And again, you're going to start to play with some of those key search words. And then I can spend some time trying to figure out what picture is best going to represent my image. And as soon as I clicked on it, it gives me two options. I can make it so this is my full background picture, but as a photograph, that could be kind of busy. But as I add more, then it will start to kind of shuffle around. So you have the option to pin it to background or move freely. So I'm going to show you both. If I pin it to my background, it fills it for now. However, if I go ahead and I say add, and add another photo, do the same thing, free photos, but instead I'm going to put in baseball. I just want a really simple baseball because my other image is pretty busy, so I want to keep it a little simpler. I'm going to click on that, and I'm just going to say, oh, I want to add it to my collage. So then what happens is as those images start to add, Adobe Spark kind of starts to sort things for me. So there's some things that I can do. Notice there's a button there. With that button, I can start to change my sizes, change my scale, change things. And I can keep adding, and it just kind of starts to fit there. So I'm going to go ahead and delete that. And I'm going to go ahead and delete that. And I'm going to delete my cell. First one, I just deleted my content, and then it gave me that colored background. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add, but we're going to do it a little bit differently. We're going to go to a free photo again. I'm just going to go here because I have it, that baseball, and I'm going to put move freely. I want you to see the difference. So now I get to kind of pick and choose where my pictures are at. I can turn them. Let's say I didn't like it. I can say, oh, I want to undo it. I can decide, hey, I want to pin it to the background. I can remove my background, or I could replace it. I have some options with those images. I can also duplicate that image. I could replace just that image. So just like with text options, there's a lot of photo options. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the image options. So I'm going to go ahead into image. And I can change the order. So let's say I had them stacked. I could change the order. So now my baseball is behind my letters. I can play with that. I can also start to play with my opacity. The more I start to play in these options, the more my collage starts to look more unique and less like kind of a plug and play. Last thing here that I have is filters. I'm sure you're familiar with that. And I can kind of pick and choose. I can enhance it here with just some like almost regular editing stuff, or I can go ahead and use a filter. I can say, because then it pulls from there. Maybe I don't want it to look shiny. Maybe I want to colorize it. Notice anytime it has this little double arrow, that's like a shuffle, and it shuffles through different colors. And I can also blur out my image. So there's some different effects right there under filters. That kind of magic wand is what they're calling that filter. Adobe Spark saves as you go. So the last thing that I would make sure that you do is you want to make sure that you title it. Whoops, I pinged out.